would go through the town of Bethlehem and purposely with their tanks, the smaller ones, like knock over the light poles or the things that are garnished with Christmas trees, decorations and things, and knock them over in the middle of town, or pull their bulldozer and smash a car. But again, that same resiliency of the Palestinians, the Samud, I have a photograph. He's actually the father of one of the priests now in Bethlehem, and he's sitting on his car that had been smashed by the Israelis, just with a smile, kind of like, you're not going to stop us. We're going to carry on. You did this to me, but I'm going to carry on.
There were people shot inside the Church of the Nativity.
Yeah, the bell ringer there was shot dead. Yeah, and I know monks were there. Was he a Christian? Of course, yeah.
So that was the moment.
And Christians were shot outside the church. I don't know if it was exactly during those 40 days, but a young 16-year-old boy, an altar boy of the church, there were curfews going on, and they had tanks all around the city circling them, and he was out with his 70-year-old cousin, I think it was, and they were just kicking a soccer ball. He was shot dead by a sniper, 16-year-old Johnny Talgia.
You remember his name?
Of course. And also there was another, Christine Saada. Her father was the principal of the Orthodox school in Bet Sahur, Shepherd's Field. They were driving, and the Israeli soldiers that is Area A, right? If you want to talk about the politics of it, technically that means it was under full Palestinian control. They should have their police and everything. No, Israeli jeeps were there, and they mistakenly thought that was a car of some militant. So they shot up the car. His wife was injured. He was injured as well, and his 12-year-old daughter, Christine, was killed.
What did they do wrong?
The Israelis thought that was somebody that was going to do something bad.
Was anyone ever punished for it?
Of course not. Of course not. I had an incident in front of our school where they had put us on curfew, and our girls, the bedroom of the border girls, were on the main street. And I look out, it was curfew time, but I saw, and there were soldiers sort of marching up and down the street, a handful of them, not like a brigade. And there was a man walking up to the soldier, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's a Palestinian man. It turned out he was deaf-mute. And he wasn't from Bethany, he was from Hebron, but he had relatives there. He didn't understand what was going on, because they call curfew anytime, and then you got to get off the street. So the soldier shot him in the man's a deaf mute, and he ended up getting shot in the eye. He survived, but he was shot in the eye right outside our door. And for a couple of years, we had a tank in front of the school.